Today we're going to be using the laser cutter to make these decorative little tealight lanterns. Cutting fancy looking joinery like these finger joints on the laser is not something that I had done before this, so I was really pleased with how these came out. It was easier than I thought. But before we can run the file that we need, we're going to have to bring some material down to thickness, so I have found some short offcuts of ash and oak that I'm going to send through my planer, and I'm going to try to get them down to about 6 millimeters. To get the file for this, I'm using a free web tool called boxes.py. I will put a link in the comments, and feel free to ask about any of the settings that you're going to need to enter in the comments, and we'll have a chat about it and we'll get you headed in the right direction. Ideally, you're going to want to get your laser dialed in so that you're getting a nice drop through on these and they're popping right out. Everything's just going to be easier if the joinery lines up perfect. This heart design is pretty cool looking, but it can be tough to get those little pieces out if they don't drop through for you. I'm using a brass brush that's actually part of a gun cleaning kit to knock all the char off of these pieces. It's something I like to use because just a couple passes and all the char is knocked off, and you will have the space you need to get this precise fit. So it's good to work these together a couple times as a dry fit before you actually glue them up. When you go to add the glue, they'll go together much quicker and will require less persuasion in the form of a rubber mallet. A couple of the lanterns that I showed earlier actually aren't even glued together because their friction fit so tightly, I know they're never coming apart. So I have gone ahead and done the first one in real time without speeding the footage up, just so you can see how quickly these go together once they are cut. It's really satisfying how they just sort of click into place. If you're having trouble getting yours to fit properly, I got a couple things you can try, so let me know in the comments and we'll get it figured out. So about 45 seconds later, and that's all together. From here, you gotta look at how tight everything's fitting, and you'll get away with either blue tape like this, or you can add a couple clamps. With blue tape, you can kind of pull it a little bit to get a stretch and a clamp effect. Just be careful not to cut it on the sharp corners of this, because that can be a pain. As you can see, I'm gonna use a little bit of a persuasion technique with the rubber mallet here, and I do actually add a clamp. So depending on how yours are fitting together, you might need anywhere from 0 to 4 clamps or so, or some blue tape might do the job too. Be careful with the mallet, I was a fool and cracked this one. But it'll glue up fine. Alright, spend a minute getting all the tape and the clamps off of here and see how we did. Alright, we did a decent job with the glue up there. Wait till you see how much these clean up on the oscillating edge belt sander here. This is the Wen oscillating sander. I like to use those abrasive sticks to keep my belts clean and get more life out of them. I actually just reviewed this thing, and let me tell you, it is saving a ton of time for me as usual with this build. So there you go, real time. That's how quick it flushed up that whole side. Here's the side number 2. Just 10 seconds or so, and that's all cleaned up too. With this oscillating sander, you can really leave the piece in place and it doesn't get scorched because of the movement from the machine. Pretty awesome. Alright, that's a good start. Let's go ahead and do the other 2 at light speed and then get on to the finishing process. Alright, we got it most of the way off the oscillating sander, but we still got to do this inner edge here. It's really nice to do that just because when you're dropping the tealights in and out, it can be a little sharp. So we're going to do that with 220, then we're going to hit the sides with 220, then we're going to hit the sides with 400 real quick because it takes a second. It makes it feel way better. And then it's time for finish. Alright, those were pretty quick. Let's have a look at the finished product and let me know what you think. Hope you like how these came out. I think they're pretty cool for something off the laser especially. If you guys have any questions about making these yourself or part of the process, whatever, let me know in the comments. I'll be there. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.